Hey y'all, I just wanted to drop another video. I haven't dropped one in a while, so I had some stuff that was on my mind that I wanted to talk about. Um, Number one, I lost my dad February the 6th this year, and for whatever reason, I thought this wasn't going to be as hard because I was like prepared for it because he was really sick before he passed. So, with that being said, uh, my family, my intermediate family, we have a big family like everybody. We have a bunch of cousins, aunts, uncles, but my family, we kind of stayed really close to each other. So, it's just me, my mom, my dad, my two sisters. I have two older brothers, but they weren't part of my immediate family. And our family was always in some type of turmoil, beef with each other. We always were divided. We always had a lot of trouble with division within our family, and that being the case, when my dad passed, that division, chaos, which I thought I never had a death that was so close to the family. I lost my grandmother, who I love dearly, but I didn't get a chance to get to know her a lot until maybe I met her maybe at like 11, 12, and she was a pastor at the time. We attended her church, and I got to see her and get to know her as a pastor, and a grandma a little bit. There was a lot going on there, so it didn't kind of pan out, and she passed before we could get really close. So I didn't have any really close relatives, any close cousins, anything like that. There's no issues with them, it's just that we never were close. So my immediate family, we didn't get along a lot. And my dad passed, and it exacerbated everything. I thought from watching TV and other people that, okay, well, something happened, and it's gonna bring us close together. It's gonna make us want to stick together. It did not. We tried, and what it was like a fake try. It's performative. Like, this is what we thought was supposed to happen, and I believe that day, I lost my mom and my siblings as well. I feel like I had to grieve my mom, losing her as well during her grief. But a lot of the feelings that were there within our family, just like I said, exacerbated itself once my dad passed. So my dad was a big deal in my life. No one's perfect, but he was a huge deal in my life. He was a great father, and we were pretty close. I would say I was pretty close to my dad more than all his other children, only because I spent a lot of time with him, especially in the latter years of his life. And I didn't grow up as his favorite. I was the black sheep of the family. So I was the one that went back and took care of my family when my dad was sick. And I wound up getting a chance to spend a lot of time with him. So like I said, I lost my dad, and I've been walking this journey with the Lord for about 2-3 years now. And I only say like about 2-3 years because I've been learning a lot. It's a lot to learn every single day. I learn something new. Every single day I have to take something to God. Every single day it's like, okay, can't do that no more. Okay, have to unlearn that. Okay. And in my head, it's like the process is supposed to be all together, all one, but it takes time. And Lord was teaching me patience. That's something I lacked. But anyways, so when I lost my dad, it's like this thing where, I have a video about, trying to look at God as your father because that's what he is. Now, I know that he's the Almighty and I am that I am. But he still is your father. So anybody that has a dad, you understand what a father is, how he looks at his children, how he loves his children, all the pain, how good he knows his children, all those things. I had to start looking at God as a real father. And not until I lost my actual father is when I said, okay, Lord, you gotta be my like, I need a dad, you know? And in the natural, I'm like, Lord, like, I know you're my spiritual father, but I lost my natural father. You know, I wanted to be able to, like, Lord, I got to come to you and get on my knees and pray before we even talk. And I got to make sure I'm clean. And I got to make sure I'm sinless before I even talk to you. That's not the type of dad. I need a natural dad. I could just call up. I could just ask for $20 and I don't have to make sure my heart posture is right before you bless me. And that was bothering me so bad. It was just eating me up. Like, okay, Lord, you want me to be, I lost my dad. I don't have a natural family. I can't look at you like that's not the same. And I'm like, you know, I had to do this in order to be, and I had to do this, Lord, in order for you to, and it was like, you know, and I got it all out. He let me get it all out, cried and all that. And then he said, I've been watching over you, blessing you, giving you favor, taking care of you, keeping your kids safe and sound, keeping you fed, you didn't have to do anything for that. Just like a real dad. You didn't have to do anything. Now we have a relationship. So yes, that changes it. We have a relationship. When you have a dad and he's just your dad, you know, you listen to him, he takes care of you, he provides, blah, 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 blah. When you have a real relationship with your dad, it's a difference. So I had to understand that. And taking everything to God is like, it's not easy. You know, when I get feelings of, oh my gosh, I miss my dad so much, and this is hurting me, it's like, okay, I want to just deal with it because that's what I'm used to doing. I'm used to just sitting in it. But now I go to God and I literally feel better. Some of the things that I've went through, especially after my dad passed, with my family, you wouldn't even know I lost a dad a few months ago. You would not know. And I know people get online and they see these things a lot, and you're just like, how? You know? Or whatever, this person's lying. Or, nah, you just got to try it. You literally just have to stop and go do it. Go try it. There's nothing else I can tell you. You got to try it. You know, I was just watching a documentary yesterday. I believe it was Underbelly, White Underbelly, or Trapping Anonymous, I'm not sure, and it was about a transgender woman and how much she was going through. My apologies, this is different. It was just about just a woman. She had a documentary about her childhood, her life in general was just so, she just had a heroin life, you know, and she said, you know, and she grew up in a religious household, and she's like, you know, you can't bring everything to Jesus. And I was just like, if only she knew. And I just wanted to tell you guys, it made me want to say to you guys, you bring everything to Jesus. And I mean everything. When I want to smoke, when I want to have sex, when I want to curse somebody out, when I feel hatred in my heart, yes. When I'm overthinking, all those things. Now I come to God. Not every time I ain't perfect. So there's times where I still don't do it. But I realized that the one time when I gave it a shot, it's helped me so much. For all intent purposes, you know what I mean? The things that you're going through right now, just bills and people and things all like that, just those things enough can take people out. You know, you don't never know what somebody's dealing with, how heavy it is, what their mental capacity is, all those things. When I went to God, it was like, Lord, I don't like reading the Bible. I could barely comprehend. I hate reading because when I read, I don't comprehend the words right. So, Lord, I just shied away from reading the Bible. I didn't want to read it. Excuse my throat. But I didn't want to read it. And it was like, Lord, do you help people that have mental disorders, the people that say they have ADHD and ADD and and bipolar, like, do you help those people that come to you that have hard times? It's just like, come to me. When God says come as you are, yes, he's also talking about your makeup and your dress on the outside and what you've been doing. Yes, but he could care less. He's literally talking about your immediate states right now. how you feel right now, how your heart just got broke right now, how your mind feels all chaotic right now, how you feel sad right now, how you so angry you just could go and make one of the worst decisions right now. You need to talk to him right now. It's immediate. God knows, so it's not like he's going to make you go through all. When you go and talk to him and lay it down to him, it's immediate. He tells you to do it for a reason. And I just wanted to tell you guys that. I wanted to share that with you because I get on YouTube and I literally found so many people, not so many. I found a few people that really, really, really helped me. There's times where I sit and watch people's YouTube video and I cry. And it's like, I do it in my private, space because I feel like some of these people, my friends, they get it, they understand. I listen to them every single day. And it's like, okay, you're not alone. Okay. I could do this. You can do it. We can do it. Love y'all. Bye.